Good morning, Britain. Nearly all low-income households being forced to give up at least one of life's essentials because of the cost of living crisis. That can include food, heating, clothes or electricity. It's according to a group of more than 90 charities which warns this morning thousands of families are in desperate need of a benefit boost. As we're set to find out in an hour's time how much prices have risen for all of us. And Martin's here this morning.
Yeah, indeed. With inflation coming, we're going to be having a look at, are you on the minimum wage? And if so, are you still being underpaid? Up to 500,000 people are. Plus later on, free cash. If you switch your bank account right now, you can easily make 200 quid from doing so. Whatever
cost of living questions you have, get in touch with us this morning throughout the show, Twitter, Facebook and email. And Martin will be answering them throughout the morning.
Also this morning, SNP leader Humza Yousaf faces a mounting rebellion. His leadership opponents demand decisive action as a second arrest deepens the party's finance scandal.
And Duran Duran helped party at the Jubilee and kicked off their hometown Commonwealth Games. Could the coronation gig be next? We'll find out when John Taylor joins us before 9.
Fine and dry with spring sunshine today. The outlook turns cooler with the return of showers by the end of the week. I'll have all the details of that and more coming up. Good morning, Britain.
Wednesday, 19th of April, 2023. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Martin Lewis.
Good morning, Britain. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. Fantastic to have you back, Martin Lewis.
It's a Wallet Wednesday.
It's Wallet Wednesday.
Wallet Wednesday. It's what we do.
So we open up and have a look at what's in your wallet. Oh, no, that's not what we do.
I don't have a wallet. Do you have a wallet?
Well, funnily enough, didn't we get a warning this morning that cash is being almost eliminated from society?
There is a real difficulty with cash because of many people under 50 don't use cash at all anymore. I don't have a wallet. I have my phone. I pay on my watch. I have a digital wallet, of course, which many people do. But actually, I'm one of those who I was involved for Access to Cash report a number of years ago. The problem is the more people don't use cash, the more we need to protect cash for those people who have to use cash.
Right.
There are some really big problems going on. It can be as small as people who are blind. Touchscreens are a nightmare for them for getting their money out of ATMs, which makes life a lot more difficult.
Yes.
But for many older people and people who are with onset dementia who struggle to remember PIN numbers, cash is a lifeline. So we have this very strange, polarised society where cash is disappearing for many people. Do you use cash?
Do you know what? So the other day I was in a cab that I had pre-booked and prepaid for. But of course, as I got out, I thought, I want to tip the driver, but couldn't tip the driver because I never carry cash anymore. I phoned up afterwards, but tipping is a problem. And of course, people who rely on cash tips are
homeless
losing
people,
out.
buskers, many people like that are finding the lack of cash. I was talking to somebody who was on the street a couple of weeks ago, and I was just saying, what do you do now? And he says, it's terrible. No one has any money to give. And I've had that position myself when someone's asked who you want to help, and I just go, I genuinely have no way of getting you money. There's no cash machine there that you can't help out. So we have this really strange society where, of course, we want all the benefits and advances of a digital economy, but we have to protect cash, at least for the next 20 or 30 years, until we can find other solutions that work well. So, yeah, it's an interesting scenario.
And what else is on your agenda today?
Well, look, I really wanted to do something on the minimum wage. The minimum wage went up 9.7% in April, and we're just about to hit the first full pay cycle, which is when people should feel it in their pay packets. But the Low Pay Commission says 500,000 people on minimum wage are still being underpaid. Right, and there are 8 different ways that happens. So I've got a graphic, I'll be running through that later, just after 7 o'clock, explaining to you if you're on or near minimum wage, why you need to do all of these checks, and you may actually be underpaid and you may be owed money back. And this isn't just small companies who do it. In the naming and shaming that happened in 2021, John Lewis, Sheffield United, Body Shop were in the minimum wage name and shame from things they had a few years earlier. So that and, you know, free cash switching, cheapest way to spend overseas, you've got problems on your energy bills, get in touch with anything money saving and I'll try and answer those questions if I can.
Yes. Well, you usually can, and we'll have numerous opportunities.
I like the jeopardy of the bit.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Yeah, try and fox smart him with a question he can't answer. We will...
do you want to know my answer when that happens?
What is it?
That's a really interesting question. I'm going to come back to you next time I'm on.
Yes, exactly, which will be very regularly here on Good Morning Britain. Our main news this morning is that almost 100 charities and campaign groups have written to the leaders of every major political party demanding to know how they intend to help the millions of people struggling with the cost of living crisis. They warn that 9 in 10 low-income households are now going without essentials, either food or heating, because of soaring prices.
Yeah, and today is Inflation Day. We'll hear in the next hour the official inflation figures for March will be released. And they're expected to show that the rate eased a little bit. Frankly, it's going to be a trivial difference. It won't make any difference to the amount that you're paying. They're still going up. Prices for household goods and services still have continued to rise. So the predictions, it's going to be around 9.8%.
Right.
We'll see if that bears fruit a little bit later on.
So inflation is still going up?
Inflation is going down, but inflation is a measure of how prices are going up.
Yes, prices are still going up.
Prices are continuing to go up, but maybe not quite as fast as they were, but then certainly not coming down. Yeah. Katie Ricketts, our correspondent, is at Annabelle's deliciously British strawberry farm. I've never tried the strawberries, but I'm sure they are delicious, in Micklefield near Leeds. Katie, I mean, fruit, that's one of the items where people have seen really horrendous hits in their pocket with the cost of fruit. What are farmers doing to try and keep prices down?